Hey everybody, welcome to the Be Fantastic Road Tour, day 59. We're live at the Beach Bungalow Hostel in Pacific Beach, San Diego, California. I'm with Ray, who is a veteran, and it's a special day because in 2 minutes, we're going to have the first live launch of the SpaceX manned rocket. Very exciting. So that's happening today. Thank you for serving our country.
Of course.
What did you do for us?
So I was a generator mechanic back in the military, but they had me doing all sort of things. Gunner.
Gunner means you shoot a gun?
They had me use all kind of pretty much turret vehicles, like all the weapons that we use, like the 50 cal,
Right.
249, just any kind of turret. They had me on.
How's
So,
it-
they just threw me on. Oh, you know how to shoot with it, so go ahead and.
How often did you have to shoot?
Just for practice.
Practice?
But out there, just in case anything.
How is it
it has
well, it's fastened in, so you're not being recoiled or anything, but you still get some power.
You
to
still
it.
have some power to it. Like if you're too close to your chest,
Yeah.
it might hit your chest.
50 caliber or what?
50 cal, yeah.
That's a badass. That's a bad. You don't want to get hit with a 50
You don't
caliber.
want to get one of those.
Is there anything left of you if I hit one of those?
No.
Nothing left.
It's made to demolish a whole entire city block.
Really?
It's not made for human. It's not
Wow.
made for humans.
Wow.
So it's definitely interesting. But
Did you have a little back so we get a little picture of you? I don't know why the sun's almost right above us.
Almost.
Any rate, we're just a couple ugly mugs anyway. Somebody, but behind us is the Pacific Ocean. The call-in number is 310-913-5533 or 714-316-9829. Feel free to call in for any veteran questions because I'm not a veteran, but I run Supporting Our Servicemen, a nonprofit for you vets out there. And I had a fantastic day on Memorial Day. What'd you do for Memorial Day?
honestly, I just stayed around here, went to the beach, just relaxed.
Yeah.
Something that we haven't been able to do too much recently, the last few
Right.
months where everything is going on. So
Well, I was at Midway and had some fantastic interviews. I did 22 push-ups with about 35 bikers, and they came down all to serve, to show honor to the 22 veterans that kill themselves every day for PTSD. Have you had any friends that succumbed to that?
yeah, I unfortunately, not too long ago, like a little less than a year ago, I had a friend of mine that I actually deployed with. His name is Manuel. Rest in peace. We recently found out that he ended up, committed suicide.
That's gonna be
Which is
tough.
something that is, and it was out of left field. Nobody had any idea.
And they don't.
No one has any idea. You have to like pick up on little things. You know, we could have helped them, but there wasn't enough people supporting him and having his back, and it's just something that
It's a shame.
a lot of people.
22 a day. Yeah. That's
22.
that's
He was
horrible.
young too. He was a very young guy. So it doesn't
Well,
matter.
killing,
where you're at.
being in war, it's got to be traumatic, obviously. I like to tell people when they have a traumatic past, whether a girl got raped, or they got beat as a kid, or put it in the past and forget about it. Because if you keep carrying it with you, it's baggage, and it's gonna convolute your thinking to going forward and being positive. As you know, I'm the Dr. Fantastic, the professor of positivity, possibly and practically the most positive person on the planet. So I see positive in everything. Now, I ended up in this fantastic place, everybody. I'm told by a lot of people that have gone around the world and stayed in hostels that this is one of the best hostels they've ever been in the world. So to find it haphazardly, as there was a negative situation happening in San Diego, I said, I can't deal with it anymore. So I washed my hands and I said, I'll find a new place. Came upon this. I mean, the beach is right there, everybody. And everyone is positive. Last night, well, there was a little altercation last night because of alcohol, but everyone's on a different journey. We're all going different directions. This young man is going to another hostel, leaving paradise, but he's got fond memories of one down the street, right? What's the deal with that?
So I actually worked with them since they first opened up. I was actually one of their first volunteers, and it ended up becoming like a family. Like literally, I'm like, it's like my second home.
Yeah.
Literally away from New York. It's literally, it just feels like home. It just feels like a new home.
Right.
You know?
That's fantastic. The last time I stayed in a hostel, he wasn't born. It was in the 70s in Europe, and I just, there would be 20, 30, 40 people from all over the world going in different directions, just living life large, man.
The best thing about it is just all the different stories and all the different backgrounds, and the different cultures.
So everybody, Dr. Fantastic has hit the gold mine. I'm going to bring you more fantastic. For 2 years, I've been bringing you fantastic stories. From the Uber, from the Lyft, from the limousines, from the yachts, from everything I drive in life. And now, instead of staying in hotels, like the lady the other day here, she was paying $100 a day to stay in a hotel, in a room by herself. And I'm sure they're not congregating in the lobby. They're not having bonfires at night like we're doing here. And $100 a day. And she discovered this place, which is a fraction of that. And she's like in heaven. Yeah. I'm in heaven. I mean, first of all, my parents are beatniks. So this is like the commune, you know, which I lived in as a child. So this brings back a lot of happy childhood memories. And I don't have too many of them. So I'm just in seventh heaven to meet fantastic people. This guy served our country. Oh, by the way, everybody, before I always forget, the Be Fantastic Road Tour is brought to you by Via Proactive Hydration Drinks. Now, this drink here is delicious. It's nutritious, low calories. Look at all the vitamins: A, B3, B5, B6, B12, CE, non-GMO, vegan, nut-free. Right? It's got everything. Antioxidants, electrolytes. VIA stands for vitamins, electrolytes, and antioxidants. And what I do is I mix it with alcohol. Because, you know, then the sponsor doesn't mind because they're cool. So when you put a little vodka in here, and it's orange mango, I call it a Varango. And it's delicious, little vodka in this. And you can only buy it online now at drinkvia.com, but it's coming to, it's going to be delivered cross country at the Dollar General, I think, store, and a few other stores. So you're going to be able to enjoy it every day, because what you put in your body is very important.
And that's one point I actually want to make about San Diego, is that you're surrounded by health conscious people that are constantly seeking to be healthier and healthier.
Oh.
So for anybody out there that's looking for a place where you're surrounded by an environment where people are literally trying to help each other get better, healthy, physically, mentally, it's the perfect place to be, in my honest opinion.
And you've been around.
And I've been around. So, and this is the third time I'm back.
Third time back?
Third time, so.
Was it you that was telling me that 2011 you were here or something?
2016.
Okay, tell us about that.
So I just retired from the reserve earlier that year, and throughout the rest of the year I was just going down this like downward spiral path. I was just depressed. I had a 9-to-5 job, but I wasn't happy at all. I was miserable. And one day I just decided, let me pick up plane. Let me just leave it all behind. And ended up picking San Diego from a list of 6 different cities with a friend of mine, and
turned around. That's why I tell people change is the best thing you can do. You know, as a life coach, philosopher, motivational speaker, I'll run into people and like when I'm driving Uber or something, the girl will be crying. You know, what's the matter? I don't want to help her. My boyfriend broke up with me. I said, you know what? That's fantastic news. You're a pretty young girl. There's a lot of guys out there that would die for you. Yeah, and so we just focus on the little negative things instead of saying, oh, now I have a new opportunity to move. I have an opportunity to meet new people. You know, I always tell people, if you lose your wife or your friends and all your money and your job and everything, and you're down at the very bottom, and you're broke and you're penniless, walk out to the curb and stick your thumb out. A nice person will pick you up. Somebody will eventually pick you up. And 99% are fantastic people. There's always that percentage out there that aren't fantastic, but and life will open up to you. But you have to be positive about your direction. Believe, like I didn't know I was going to end up here, but I knew I was going to end up someplace fantastic. Just so that positive thought, I didn't search 20 places and call and do research and analyze and do the spreadsheet, the pluses and minuses. I just went for it because I knew it's going to work out.
Don't overthink it too much.
People overthink life. They think, see, there's been 100 billion people that have lived on this planet so far. There's 7.6 still alive. There's no new questions. And for some reason, everyone takes the world on their shoulders and thinks that their life is so important that they have to be miserable for it, you know? Life is so easy. You just have to not be afraid of failure. Failure is the first attempt in learning, and to have fear, that's false expectations appearing real.
that's life.
That's life.
That's
When you
life.
rode a bike, you fell down, and
It took
right?
me a while to learn how to ride a bike.
Right?
Embarrassingly.
But you got back up, and you rode again.
An extremely huge amount. I think I
Oh, tell
learned
me
that
about
at the age of 12.
Really? It was
That's
that
bad.
far?
That was that bad.
You weren't going fast enough.
I don't know what it was. It's like
Couldn't get it.
I just couldn't get it. I don't know.
Well, you started with training wheels, right? Or no?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I mean,
You take them off.
I took them off. I don't know what it was. I couldn't get the hang of it. It's embarrassing to say, but it took me a bit, but eventually now.
You can ride a bike
No problem whatsoever.
without your hands, even probably.
Yep, I can even do the little trick where you come on the side.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you spin the bike around? Look, he's an expert. See, that's the thing about life, everybody. You can't be afraid to experience it. And then practice makes perfect. He fell down a lot, he got back up. He fell down a lot. That's life. You fall down, you lose your job, you lose your wife, you lose things. But you got to pick yourself back up, look at the positive, that you learned something. He learned eventually how to ride a bike. Now he's doing tricks on the bike.
Not too many tricks, though, I'll say that.
And if you kept going with just that, your parents would probably say, you can't make a living riding a Stingray, right? They would say that. That's not true. You could be a millionaire riding a Stingray if you do the tricks. And people, see, when you wake up in the morning and you love what you're doing, you're going to look forward to your day, right? And when you look forward to your day, you're going to do it, you're going to have fun. And when you have fun, you're going to do it well. And when you do it well, someone's going to pay you to do it. Now, here's what I really love being down in San Diego. Right now, we're having a flyby. What is that? Can you tell? A
That
Huey?
is a Black Hawk.
Black Hawk, everybody.
I've only known plenty times.
Really?
Yep, that's definitely a Black Hawk.
Let's see if we get a shot of that. There it is. Everybody, a Black Hawk going by.
That's a regular, normal Kermit.
So tell me about a Black Hawk.
So a Black Hawk is just, it's pretty much just for individual transportation.
How many does it hold?
Up to 6.
6 people in a Black
That's excluding
But it's
the
a
gunner.
gunship.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a 240 Bravo on the side, so you have the gunner there, you have the pilot, and there's 2 pilots actually, it's a co-pilot.
Right.
And then you can fit up to 6 people inside the bus.
Okay.
And those things could do tricks too.
They
Not
could-
very
can they do
pleasant.
loops?
One time we were landing and the pilot decided to screw with us, and he did some kind of like almost 180 turn. We were
Sideways?
on the side, and I could see from the window that we were
Sideways.
Yeah, we were horizontal. Like we were in. I literally almost.
Yeah.
Those things make you puke easily, so be careful.
But now you have 2 gun guys in the back, probably, that man the guns, on each side.
You get, just one side.
Oh, just one side.
The other side is just.
Which side shoots? Port or starboard? I forgot.
It's been a while.
Okay.
But
Now, have you ever jumped out of an airplane or a helicopter?
not really jumped out. No.
No parachuting.
No parachuting.
You should try that one day.
I wish.
I did it once. Tandem.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! And I actually hired a guy to film me on the way down, and it was real. Certain times it's just so much life because you're flying through the air, and I'm just going, yeah! It was like so much fun. And the guy was telling me in practice, he said, when I hit your hip, that means it's time to pull the ripcord because they want you to pull it, right? And so I'm having so much fun, and it's just like he hit this, and I'm going, yeah! And he hit it again.
Not paying attention.
And at one point, he's going to save his own life and pull it himself. But the third time he hit my hip, I said, okay, I think it's time to do it because I was so having so much fun. I was in the moment, and I pulled, and you land literally just like this. That's how you land. It's fantastic. You really got to try it. Anyway, you got to experience it in life, people. Get outdoors. Memorial Day, I think, is going to be a very important day in 2020 because that's the day when tens of thousands of people went out and didn't obey the government or the city officials and had fun. And now in 2 weeks, there might be a little spike, but these are young people. You're not in the demographic.
Yeah.
I am.
I'm not really. Well, I'm worried for much older, unhealthy people, but as long as you're not around them, as long as you're not living with them, if you're living on your own.
Yeah.
Then
And wash your hands 20 times a day. Living in your own house. I heard a lot of bad things happening when you wash your hands too often.
if anything, that's gonna make your immune system even weaker. So you're gonna get sicker. Even easier.
Don't wash your hands 20 times a day, people. Now, I think it was you that told me the average death is for humans is 75 now. Were you telling me that or someone else?
No, I think it was somebody else.
Okay, someone told me yesterday that the average human dies around 75, and the average person dying in Corona is 81. So what does that tell you? But the government, I don't want to be any kind of conspiracy theorist or anything, but I want to hear more about being in the service. I really, and like I said, I started supporting our servicemen. Let me throw another pitch out there for everybody. You want to thank this guy every day for what he's done. Every veteran, you want to thank them, especially the ones with PTSD. If everyone started reaching out and saying thank you to these people that are suffering from PTSD, they may not kill themselves. And we might save 22 lives a day. So if you have a company that has a product or service, please join ilovesos.org. It's free. It'll increase your business. It'll earn you customer loyalty. It spreads patriotism. And it's a great way to thank veterans. I mean, everybody wins. The veteran, the community, the country, and in your business. So, ilovesos.org, please join. Small discount. It's not 10% or 5% that makes a difference in your life, but it's like $1 off or something. It's
Over
cool.
time, that accumulates.
Yeah, it's not the money. I try to tell people. It's the thought of saying thank you for serving our country.
And there's not enough of those, I think.
There's not enough. They celebrate veterans twice a year, right? Memorial Day and Veterans Day. Oh, big freaking deal, you know? That's just not enough.
And maybe Flag Day.
And Flag Day.
But
Yeah.
that's
And maybe President's Day or a couple other days. Any day to take a holiday,
Labor
American Labor Day. But that's,
almost forgot about that
no,
one.
that's not for veterans. Labor Day's for everyone who works,
Oh,
right?
never mind then. 3.
We need more holidays for the veterans. We need to thank them. And this is a fantastic way, everybody. Also, I have a thing called Monty's List, and it's montyslist.org, where you can gift PPE items to the local hospital or church, food to your local veterans. It's where you gift items that you want to give to your neighborhood. And it's montyslist.org. It's free again. Everything I do is free. And I'm not doing this to make money. I'm doing this to spread the Be Fantastic movement. This is our newest ambassador, everybody. Number 270. 270 fantastic people that get it. Now, there are other people, like we met William, who's been saying, this guy's 81. I filmed him yesterday. Go back and look at that. He's actually a professional dancer. He's 81 years old, exercises every day, dances at night when they let him, and he goes around and they pay him to dance. That's fantastic.
It's a sweet gig. I don't know about you. Get paid to dance.
Right. See, getting paid to do what you love, that's
The ultimate joy.
Shangri-La. That's the ultimate joy, because you don't think you're working. I talked to a guy yesterday. He said, God, I work 18 hours a day, but I was having so much fun, I didn't want to go home because he was enjoying what he's doing. Paint.
We need to hear more of those stories.
You know, I've been telling everyone for the last 59 days, if you're still in seclusion, if you're still in quarantine or stay home orders, learn how to cook. Cook with the family. Teach your kids how to cook. Plant a garden.
Learn a new language.
Draw. Learn a new language. Watch funny movies. Laugh often. Now, you see, I'm not a real doctor, as everyone knows, but I am known as Dr. Fantastic because I gave you and I gave everyone I meet the prescription for a happier and longer life. And all you have to do is say you're fantastic, because you're going to be asked every single day, the rest of your life, everywhere you go, whether it's on the phone or in person, they're going to say, "How are you?" or "How's it going?" Fan-fucking-tastic. You're good looking, you're young, you're a vet. I mean, he's fan-fucking-tastic, everybody. Come on, join I Love SOS. That's not what I'm really focusing on nowadays, the veteran. You know, I only can go so far without backing off a little bit. And I spent a lot of money on that, and we did a lot of events, and it's free to everybody now. I used to charge companies $100 to join, like this company here. They're gonna join because they give discounts to veterans. Did you get a veteran discount here?
Here? No.
They give veteran discounts here.
They get to-
See, people, sometimes they just don't get it. I don't know. But at any rate, so let's talk about you. Where are you from?
So originally I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklynite.
So
That's what they call Brooklynites?
Williamsburg. Before all the hipsters moved in and took over.
Little hipsters? Is it a
Yeah,
place?
that's how it is now. But back then it was just a very let's see, a lot of Latinos.
Okay.
In the neighborhood that I grew up in Brooklyn, there was
Okay.
a lot of Latinos, African Americans, Polish. It was very cultural.
Was it a rough neighborhood?
It was a rough neighborhood. Oh yeah, definitely.
I know those.
Definitely. Being in Brooklyn in the early '90s was a totally different experience, and I can tell you from being also like one of the only light-skinned guys in my neighborhood. Because
Well, that's right. I noticed you are light skinned.
Yeah, I was one of the only light-skinned Puerto Ricans.
Oh, you're Puerto Rican.
Yeah, I'm half Puerto Rican, half Spanish. And yeah, I kind of went through a little struggle because I did get bullied because of my skin color. Actually,
Yeah.
I thought, but I didn't let it get to me.
That's good.
But it was an experience. Though.
Well, if it doesn't, I always say if it doesn't kill you, it makes you tougher. So you want your parents to be strict, and parents out there, don't spoil your children. It's the worst thing you can do. If people think spoiling your children is the way to go, it's the worst thing you can do. Another, I like to give advice, and I tell people, if you work too hard and you're making too much money, your wife will divorce you, and your kids will hate you, because that means you weren't there for them. And if you don't make enough money, your wife will divorce you, and your kids will hate you because you didn't buy them the things they want.
Yeah.
So there's a Goldilocks zone, everybody, where you need to go home and have dinner with you. I think the cure to the world's ills is if every parent made their children sit down for dinner every night. Just dinner every night. It'd make the world a better place. And even if they didn't talk, they're at least sharing a meal. You know, and you can't tell me that the murderers out there had that upbringing. They did not sit down for dinner. And maybe one out of a million, but I mean, for the most part, they were in the streets, like in Brooklyn, in gangs, and because they didn't have money, so they were out there trying to sell drugs and wheel and deal.
It's really their upbringing and their.
So your environment. It's all environment. And get out of your environment. A lot of people are smart enough to say, I gotta get out of this freaking environment. He joined the service to get out, right?
Yeah, well, that's another reason I joined, because it's going through a rough patch.
Yeah.
At that time, my family got evicted.
Right.
So we were homeless during the whole blizzard and everything. It was just a good experience.
By the way, everybody, if you have a question for the vet or for Dr. Fantastic, it's 310-913-5533 or 714-316-9829. I see there's someone out there watching. Give us a call. Join the conversation. Join the party. It's a fantastic day to be on the top side of the sand. You know, there's a lot of billionaires that are dead. There's a lot of millionaires that are dead. A lot of movie stars that are dead. A lot of regular folk that are dead. A lot of veterans that are dead. It's not good. I don't recommend it. And people will give all their money to be alive. Those people. Kobe. You know how Kobe blew it? He was a guy worth hundreds of millions of dollars. And all he had to do was fly in his own helicopter with the state-of-the-art equipment. New helicopters have ground warning systems. That didn't have a ground warning system.
It's almost like
he would be alive today.
Just because he was in a rush or something.
Don't be in a rush.
Those little safety precautions,
You know, I mean, he's got all the money in the world, and not only would it not cost him any money, because he could have got a million sponsors to put him in the safe helicopter.
Yeah.
But now he's dead. He's no more, and he's got a grieving widow and his kids and his best friends and his family, his parents. So, if you have money, use it to stay alive, to be healthy, to put the right nutrients in your body, to protect the environment. I mean, people, we got to wake up. You got to join the movement and be part of the solution, not the problem. You know, the governments of the world aren't going to make this movement a success. The corporations, if I get to the right levels, maybe. Imagine Starbucks or any major chain. What do they say at the end of the sale when you get your groceries or you got your goods, staples? What do they say?
Have a good day.
Have a good day. Who the hell wants to have a good day? Imagine if all those chains started saying, have a fantastic day. Just that little change. It's a little change. Listen, guys, I'm a simple man with a simple plan. Delete the word good from your vocabulary. Throw it away. Try to never say it again. And replace it with the fantastic. You know? Like, I would rather be up in that helicopter. What is that, just regular?
Oh, just regular. Regular chopper.
I think flying, I'm a pilot. Well, I was a pilot.
And so many places I really fly. It's beautiful.
Well, what I love about San Diego, everybody, and you've been hearing me for the last month here, is the bay. The bay is so large, you go as fast as you want. I'm from Marina Del Rey. I spent last 12 years, and it's 5 miles an hour, no wake, till you get to sea, and then you can go to Catalina, big deal, or you come down here, and not much boating up there. This is a boater's heaven, man. Man, and now there's some beautiful yachts go back and look at a couple days ago on Memorial Day and a couple days before. I filmed a couple beautiful yachts down there, mega yachts, couple $100 million mega. Oh, we lost our viewer. Did we scare you away? At any rate, everybody, have a fantastic day. Enjoy life. Don't take it so serious. Be kind to others. Be considerate and friendly and polite and civil. Join the movement. Send me your email. Send it to Dr. Fantastic at Be Fantastic Today. If you have a Rocket phone, this is shot on the Rocket phone, which is 3D. It's a fantastic 3D phone without glasses. What do you think about that phone?
I think it's pretty dope.
Pretty dope, huh?
I want to look into it.
And don't forget to buy Via soft drinks and support our veterans. Go to ilovesos.org and join for free. If you're a psychologist or a doctor, or I've got doctors, I've got lawyers, I've got Toyota, Harley Davidson, they're members. Join them. It's free. See, people don't like things for free. People don't like free advice. People don't like if you charge people money. That sounds. Oh, I came up with a nice meme. Everybody's going to come out, and I'm going to have the COVID-19 as the backdrop, and it's going to say, "The insanity of humanity." The insanity of humanity. We're insane. We're ruining our planet. We're ruining our atmosphere, the oceans, and our people now. We're all locked up, so we're like in cages now. Everybody go out. And I'm sorry, but it's my opinion. You can take it or leave it. But the mask, unless you're 81 years old and a tango dancer, I wouldn't recommend it. Everybody be fantastic. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow at noon. Call in anytime. And I'm going to bring you more fantastic interviews from all these fantastic people that stay in hostels. It's like I hit the mother load.
You hit the treasure trove.
The treasure trove of personalities.
Mm-hmm.
Positive, young, vibrant movers that are just like one guy. This isn't for poor people, everybody. One guy owns a house, big business, and they're remodeling his house, so he came down to stay here. The other girl was spending $100 to be in seclusion in a room when you can be out here like this.
Now she's saving a ton of money. Not just making friends.
Everybody stay in a hostel. Experience it. You'll love it. There's a lot of fantastic people in them. And every once in a while, someone may get drunk and get out of hand like last night. We won't talk about the negative. This is a positive show. Everybody be fantastic. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later. Peace. Okay, that was, let me see here.